This is a packed daily three today. We're going to start with the Dejounte Murray trade. And you might be asking, what does this have to do with the Timberwolves? Murray is traded from the Spurs to the Hawks in exchange for 3 first-round picks. So the Wolves were apparently in the running until the last moment in this deal. Eventually, Murray gets traded to the Hawks. Do you think the Wolves would have been smart to trade 3 future firsts for Dejounte Murray? Would you have been interested in that deal?
So this is the thing about Murray. This is his what, one, two, three, four, five, six. So it's going on his sixth, seventh season, right? So when you think about what you get out of this kid, you think about his stats, you think about his ability. This year, the 2021-2022 season, played 68 games, 21 points a game. He almost averaged a triple double. He 9 assists and then 8 rebounds. He's coming from the Spurs, so we know Pop. We know what he creates there. I know the goal is to find guys like this. He is a point guard. So that could be the thing, but then you're literally giving up your entire team pretty much for this guy. Like, your future is completely gone. Like, your future, if you go get Murray, is 100% gone. Like, you have nothing left. And so I'm looking at the stats. I'm looking at everything with this. Here's where I go with this. I would be a little bit nervous about this. He's a 6'4" kid with a 6'10" wingspan, so nothing special. He is a point guard, so he's not small. He's not in the 5'10", 5'11", 6-foot range. He's 6'4", so you are getting a solid-sized point guard. You're getting a guy out of the West who's played against some of these top guys. He wasn't requiring a ton of money at the time. He was only making $2.3 million in 2019. So, and I don't know what Pop teaches. I don't know if he's a team first guy because of the Spurs, culture, if you want to call it that. Think about Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, all those guys. Like, you never heard from those guys. You never heard. That's the problem too. You never heard from Murray. Like, he wasn't like a guy that was going to be in the media talking about himself. Like, Pop controls that team with team first. Let's not do anything to put ourselves in the media. Let's not give anybody bulletin board material. I struggle with that because I don't feel like I'm not saying he's not a star, but we personally just didn't see enough of him because of how the West schedule goes. When you got, like, you're going out to Golden State, you're playing at a 10 o'clock sometimes our time here because it's an 8 p.m. tip-off there. So you're not watching a lot of Spurs basketball when they're playing those West teams. So I don't know if I'm giving up 3 first-rounders, but the other part of that is maybe if it's a trade with D'Angelo Russell, maybe you don't have to give up 3 first-rounders. If they're willing to give up D'Angelo Russell to get him and then give up maybe 1 or 2 first-round picks, then maybe I do that.
Yeah, I would love to hear what our affiliates over at Locked On Sports Atlanta are talking about today, how they view the deal. I think that Atlanta had to do something to surround Trae Young with a running mate. Like, Trae Young's good. Trae Young is a number one kind of player. I never felt like he had a number two. I thought he had a bunch of role players around him. John Collins is nice. Bogdanovich is nice. But I think this gives him a bona fide number two running mate to try to win something in Atlanta. And they're just 2 years away from being in the Eastern Conference Finals, right? So
Right.
so they were right there a couple of years ago.
This is
Everyone
the one
is
thing I don't. This is one thing I don't like about that though. The Trae Young, I feel like, is the point guard by size. So I
Mhm.
feel like they're adding 2 point guards. But again, I get it. NBA is different now, small ball, because that was the whole problem with the Timberwolves not going to get Steph Curry. So hey, maybe they're onto something.
Yeah, a lot of people are mentioning that for Murray, anomaly. They're using the word anomaly with last year. Where he was like a triple double guy. He was 21, 8, and 9
Yeah.
were his averages, which is far better than he'd ever done before. And a lot of people are saying, big stats, bad team. The Spurs weren't any good. And I don't know. I didn't watch enough Spurs to know whether or not that's true or not, but I know his age is right. He's only like 25, 26. The stats are amazing. He played under an amazing coach in Pop. So I think if
Right.
you're the Hawks, if you're going all in, I think that's a good move to make.